Hey everyone, welcome. Welcome to a spontaneous day stream. I know I said I was gonna stream today, but I was able to do this spontaneous day stream, so I figured why not. Especially when last night we played this and the game crashed. But I got us back to the point where we're talking to Karlak as she's getting walled up after defeating the paladins of Tyr.
Not big enough. Now get out before you get hurt. Now!
Everything's the same. I did everything the same.
Let's see.
I'm just gonna go out here and we'll loot and everything when she's done. So no one's hurt.
Time to get going.
I am doing a short rest so she don't accidentally kill herself.
Just try it, Zariel! Come on! That ought to do it.
Here we are. This time it didn't crash right yet.
Had to let off a little steam after facing off with those ignots. Granted, the fire's lasting a little longer than it should. How do I look?
Like you should have melted a long time ago. How can you stand it?
Honey, I could go all night. Hear that? Infernal engine for a heart. Lets me burn as hot as the hells. Seems to be running in overdrive since I left Avernus. Won't be seeing my mechanic anytime soon, so I'll just make the most of the extra heat. Just don't get too close, till I've found a way to calm it down.
I met someone who might be able to help. A student who worked in the hells for a time.
Well now, maybe I could make his acquaintance. A Titan screw or two might let me keep a little calmer. Maybe even manage a pat or bump without burning someone to death. It's been a long time. Let's go find your friend before I blow a gasket. Lead on.
Alright. I'm gonna F5 just in case the game decides to want to do a little crash. Alrighty. Kitchens. I think we're finally gonna get Eldritch Blast for our Warlock. I've been holding out for a while because everyone's new stuff. And we'll do Branding Smite. She's getting more and more being like a paladin, so maybe in the next level up, maybe I'll multi-class her into a paladin. Because she's having all these smite. Maybe that's like her background, and then she left. Maybe the paladin life, like we had to make her an Oathbreaker to do that. Alright, feet. Advantage on super to maintain concentrate on the spell. Should we do V? We're just, you know, we'll upgrade the abilities for right now. Do one that there. Mandra's done. And for Karlak. Oh, she does get a new feat or ability. Oh, we are just gonna upgrade abilities for people right now. Alright, I'll give you Toll Dead. I know I have, but it's fine. No, we're gonna need all the healings first. Until I actually make a life cleric. Ability improvement. Wisdom. And con. I could change this form if I want. It could be jellyfish, moths, or bees. Let's try jellyfish. I want to see what this form of jellyfish does. That's Constitution right now. Oh my gosh, look at the jellyfish. Alright, let me see here.
I wonder what the next move is.
Alright, so now she has one more level 2, so we can keep going then. And my spells regenerate after a short rest because I be a warlock. And F5 again. Alright, let's go back and get to looting. Oh yeah. Like, let's put on those boots for you. Where are you? There you are. There you go.
Something good here, I hope.
Just thought so.
The corpse regards you lifelessly.
Who are you?
Infernal servant. So long I've forgotten. Why?
Sorry, that's messaging. How did you die?
Zariel's brute destroyed me.
You killed a pack of gnolls. How?
The pact. Power.
Pat, which devil did you deal with?
Fallen. Lady Zariel.
Why would you sign a pact with the devil?
Power. Strength.
The spell's power wanes. You can ask no more questions.
Sorry, Pack. All the camp supplies that we need.
Might be useful.
Pick up that guy. That's a huge pike.
No traps, please.
Let's see what you guys got. One thing, you got a lot of goodies. I'm gonna take only those though. Good is the absence of evil. It means to seek peace and to enforce it. Sorry, baby. It means to seek depravity and to denounce it, and it means to trust in your God and yourself, for the greatest good of all is called faith. Goodness is not lawfulness. Law is a commandment of God or of mortals. It is call of authority and the sanction of its opponents. Law is the father of order. To renounce it is to invite chaos in which there is neither meaning nor life. Law can be corrupted. Lawfulness is not goodness. I say to you then that we seek not to be good or to be lawful, but to be just. For what is it to be good if we cannot define the act that oppose it? What is to be lawful if it's a devil's commands we obey? Justice is the hand that feeds the hungry and the shield that guards the weak. It is the sword that fells the wicked and the cloak that warms the indigent. It is for justice that the order of gauntlets stands watch, and it is justice that Tyr and Torm, Helm, and Hor demand. The stained well-thumbed pages fill the traveling wise that seems to be decades out of date. Those who seek to journey to the coast from the interior regions lying to the east will typically seek out the risen road, running parallel to the river Kaidothar. The risen road provides an overland route all the way from Elturel to Baldur's Gate and has proven tempting to travelers seeking an alternate to the river barges that sail the Chinathar. A portion of the road approximately halfway between Elturel and Baldur's Gate has in recent years developed into an enclave for Selûne worship, with a temple not insignificant splendor lying near the road. Indeed, the entire village Moonhaven has developed alongside the temple and can provide food and shelter to weary travelers. Farther east lies the citadel of Moonrise Towers, where a toll is required for onward passage of goods and folk alike. Some are tempted to go off-road in order to avoid the toll. However, bandits and other dangers may cause them to pay a much steeper price. Alright, yeah. I'm gonna use that to map camp. Let's grab the gold here. Esteemed reader, while this journal is no stranger to surprising news from the outermost reaches of our fair land, I must warn that this season's edition contains news some might find, in a word, shocking. It might be the cult of the absolute reported by our agents in Outergard will fade like any other. Reports of alliances between Goblin and Low-sworn Drow, Troll, and Durgar are particular cause for alarm. The seriousness of the enclosed report is quite unique in our history. Prior to publication, messages were sent to localities including Baldur's Gate, Scornable, and Candlekeep. Let us hope these reports are received with the proper gravity for the safety of all. Sincerely, Mingus Etcherly, Editor-in-Chief. Of all the demon lords, few have made their mark on the world as firmly as Yunugu. Though his ravenous hunger is claimed to be mindless compulsion, there is nothing mindless about the thorough insinuation of his presence in the world via his chosen, Knowles. But how are Knowles created? First, a chosen Yunugu must do as their master's wills, kill. A hyena that feeds on the corpse of the chosen's victim, and a knoll is born of the glutted belly of the hyena. Knolls thus born are hunger manifest. They ravage any living being, tear body and bone asunder, leave behind only bones. They care not for wealth or material gain, only to satiate their hunger. That satiation is itself an offering to Yunugu, funneled directly to him. Some might envy the Knolls for such a tangible connection to their creator god, but that envy would melt to utter terror as soon as the beast's rotten breath and wicked cackles make their way through the dark of night. If you should find yourself the object of Knollish pursuit, burn your corpses, cover your scent, and pray to whoever might aid you, for there is no bribing, begging, or reasoning with hunger incarnate. I tried it.
Ugh, that stench. Body must have been here for a good while.
Oh. A ledger containing details of a toll house's takings for the current year 1492 DR. Most entries are neatly written, listing travelers and the amount of gold paid, but the text on the most recent page is smudged and rambling. 9 Maripods, 4 merchants with single wagon of sundries, 25 gold. 12 Maripods, Flaming Fist Company, 15 fists, and Gauntlet, 100 gold fee waived. Fists don't pay tolls, they extort. Marpedal, 21 Marspots. Brewer and 2 guards bring kegs to Joaquin's Rest, 35 gold. Second Yukatar, 7 farmers, no goods, no gold, wounded, warn us to leave. Third Uktar, secured to request extra guards or relief. 7 Uktar, more farmers too many to count, no goods, carrying their own dead. 11 Uktar, road untenable. 16 Uktar, preparing to abandon pose.
The corpse regards you lifelessly.
Who are you?
Toll collector, Martin. Goblins, laughing, cutting.
Why are you in the basement?
Hiding, frightened.
Were you alone when you died?
Gods abandoned me and Vance.
That's it? There was more questions that I could ask. Okay, well. On a torch here. Alright.
Hey, good looking.
Oh wait,
Let's get going.
my overlock. Really? There's a way that you can sneak if you keep on trying.
What's next, I wonder?
What to do?
Maybe they changed it where you have to find the key. Huh, maybe you have to find the key for this place.
Have I been this way before?
Oh well, we'll just keep going.
Open up.
Gonna go down this way. Cause there's a teleportation circle thing right here. See? A little waypoint.
Bodies everywhere. Accident or sabotage?
And you also can dig up this mound. No, go down, but I want to go on the bridge. Because there's stuff to loot over there.
Anything of use? Whatever killed those gnolls might be nearby. Careful.
Let me talk to you.
The corpse has nothing to say.
Okay.
Don't mind if I do. Something tore right through these people. They didn't stand a chance.
Yeah, I'm encumbered again. We can drop that. Sending that camp. That might help relieve some load. Yeah, we can send that to camp. There we go. There. Just gain everything organized here. Take that.
The beautiful broken heap smells oddly enticing. You find you can't resist inhaling her offals.
Ugh.
You hear what comes next before you see it. The sharp snapping of bones and a yelp of pain as her body starts to twist and undulate. You watch with cold realization. This isn't the end of one life, but the start of another. Her darling pups will not be of her own species. Gnolls bring forth their iniquitous litter from many corpsed wombs, including hyenas.
Stifle your assignment. This is grotesque.
Her belly splits like a rotten fruit, birthing a frenzy of claws and fangs. The raw hate of life reared from the miracle of death. A tear almost springs to your eye.
Ow.
Scram! Whatever you do, don't go and get your friends.
It's fine. We can take them, I feel like. First, we're gonna do that.
lies before me.
Can't give up.
Bonus action, I'll say. Let's get this guy going. Guess we can do it. There we go. Got that out of the way.
Have to keep going.
Let's fly. There we go.
Still breathing, despite everything. What path lies before me?
Yeah, head split curse.
Count on me.
Two piercing. Alright. Nice. On that one. Yeah, sage on Hailthorn, huh? Oh, there's one right here. Nice. Let's peck at it. There we go.
Think you can take me on?
Put him up. Down the hatch.
Oh, really? There we are. Ow. Take that.
May the gods take you first.
Nice. Ooh, they give it lightning. Interesting. Oh, and I forgot to do this. Oh well.
Another step forward.
I want to do it, but the thing is, they're too close. Unpack. Nice.
Well, so much for peace. I'm coming for you.
Like that.
Let's cook with fire, baby.
Jump. Nice. Nice. Got a lot to loot now.
What's inside?
Baldur's Gate, a bastion of commerce and culture war, owing to corruption and catastrophe. Crime, poverty, taxation burdens unfairly heap upon the shoulders of the common citizenry. These and outsiders grow fat on the tea, while native Baldurins starve in the street. For too long, the Grand Duke and his prominent peers have left our gate unguarded. If you like us, stand steady to defend it. Then join like-minded individuals for a frank exchange of ideas. Join the keepers of the gate. Enough is enough. The gate is closed. No turning beats. There we go. I'm gonna talk to the caravan agent.
The corpse regards you lifelessly.
What happened to you?
Gnolls. Tearing. Biting.
Where were you heading?
Tavern. Hideout. Secret.
What were you carrying in the wagons?
Wizard shipment. Chest.
Did anyone survive the attack?
Rugen fled north.
Who's Rugen?
Lucky son of
The spell's power wanes. You can ask no more questions.
Okay. Deliver the chest to me unopened. Read the first sentence again. Open it and I will know because you will be dead. This is not a threat. This is what will happen if you open the chest. NF. Ooh. I want to see what it looks on me. Doesn't give me good armor though, that's the thing. Yeah, because with this I have an AC of 15. It's reorganizing here. Yeah. Yeah. Send that to camp. So, sign that. And will that. There we go.
Let's have a look.
Can I talk to you? No. Valid target. Alright.
Should mind my step.
Written in a furious, sloppy hand, this is a letter to the editor of Baldur's Bash, a tabloid notorious for its controversial articles. Dear editor, I find it despicable, nay, diabolical, that you would defend Baldur's Gate's ridiculous restrictions regarding animals in the city. No animal larger than a peacock may gain entry? How archaic. My darling Giselle is the most well-behaved bear you'll ever meet, and yet to spend time with my child, I must visit my summer home in Cormyr. I call upon the Parliament of Peers to resolve this issue immediately. The emotional and psychological well-being of the people of Baldur's Gate is at stake, and I shall take this to the highest of authorities, should it not be dealt with accordingly. Right now, Giselle cries out for her father. This archaic policy has separated a child from their parent. I know how Grand Duke Older Ravengard lives with himself. Yours faithfully, Mr. R. Pickens. Okay, talk to him.
Always room for more?
You're going up this way.
That symbol in the blood. What does it mean? On my way. I just want a little.
Hear that? Someone's fighting the gnolls. We should help.
Don't be a fool, lad. Shut your mouth and keep your head down. Leave the heroics to them that don't value their own skin.
Alright.
Time for some bloody work.
With a shock of psychic pain, the pack leader's mind clamps onto yours. You see yourself through her eyes, a pulsing red cluster of organs. Feast. No. The voice has forbidden this meat. Gnolls see your whole world as a meal. This voice is acting as a leash, but it won't hold them for long. As the symbol glows, power courses through you. Authority.
Inspire within me for by the voice bring within you to make her obey the voice, to brave the flames, beat them.
memory. The beast daubs the symbol of the Absolute on a cave wall in blood. Buried deep, a tadpole struggles to assert control against the ravenous chaos of her mind.
Nice.
Sensing your presence, the Gnoll's
Tarlac
tadpole
disapproves?
writhes in ecstasy.
Why would you disapprove
echoing
that?
your command. Its host will feast on gnoll flesh to control the hunger, to keep her teeth from your throat. Something stirs deep within you, hungry and alert. It's taking something you'll never get back.
And now she is going to help us. Uh-huh. Ain't that? Nice. My turn now. First things first. Yeah, Hunter Smart going. Bong. Ooh, dang. Fly over. And pack. There you go.
Got to press on.
That's right, she's on our side. If she was, that would have been perfect.
Nothing will stand in my way.
I'd say you weren't gonna live for long.
Here goes nothing.
Ready for another round?
don't think I need it. Here. I don't need a waste of rage. Fly. Fly, my raven, fly.
Let's finish this. Focus straight through.
There we are.
She is still ravenous, her mind a hungry pit. The flesh of her pack wasn't enough to satisfy her.
Please let this work. Okay, D4. Yes! Heck yeah.
Her tadpole responds, thrashing violently, and the fragile tissue of her brain tears and splits. You taste the blood in her throat, feel it pooling in the cavity of her skull. But she still resists.
Oh gosh, come on. Yes! Heck yeah! Look at that, guys. We did it.
Your tadpole wriggles, contented, as she tears out her own throat.
By the gods, you're a sweet sight. Are any of my crew still alive out there?
No, it's a grim sight.
This whole journey's been one grim sight after another. Gnolls, goblins, drow.
Risen Road's more dangerous than ever. You're the first friendly face we've seen since Eltergard.
Eltergard's a long way from here. Where are you heading?
We're bound for Baldur's Gate. Got some cargo to deliver. But we've a stop to make along the way.
You should come, so you don't get waylaid again.
Thanks, but that won't be necessary. We'll find help at Joaquin's Rest. Listen, you look like you know how to handle yourself. You should meet my associates. We've got our own drinking spot by the tavern. Invitation only. Tell the fellow on the door. Little Serpent, Long Shadow. He'll take good care of you.
Let's read his thoughts real quick. Oh. I said, let's read his thoughts. There we go.
Shame we lost so many agents. But the chest is all that matters. Zaris would have our hides if we lost it.
What's in the chest, your cargo?
Aye, the whole reason we're in this mess. Trinkets for some rich tosser in Baldur's Gate. He gets his shiny baubles. We get a handful of Tarenths.
Tarenths are the currency of the Zentarim, a network of merchants and mercenaries with few scruples.
You're a Zeturium. Your people don't deal in baubles.
You know who we are. Very clever. And you probably also know it's not smart to interfere with Zent business. This is the point when a clever lass like you accepts my gratitude and walks away.
This is your employer's mess, or we can... Well, let's sell the cargo for ourselves. Dang. Try again.
I like the way you think. Didn't expect to turn this horror show to my advantage, but why not?
The chest's all yours. Damn thing's sealed tighter than a duke's purse strings. So there's no point in trying to open it. I know a fence in Baldur's Gate who'll take it off your hands. Nobody will be the wiser.
Don't try to cut me out of the deal, though. The Black Network has eyes and blades everywhere. Crafty swine like you could make a name for yourself in the Zahenterim. Make sure to drop by our hideout.
Ooh, what's this? Braces of chaotic will. Chaos of the Weave. A pawn between calmly alternate each turn between advantage and disadvantage spell attack rolls.
Well, lad, it's our lucky day after all.
I don't feel lucky.
The rest of our crew's half digested. And
Oh, we
just
got
still alive.
only a ranger can use
That's
this item. Well, good thing we have one.
Looking ahead.
Yay, look at that. We got a little high-end campaign now.
Still alive, so that's progress. What's hiding here? Moving in.
I'll be glad when we're out of this bloody cave. That's curious.
It's our lucky day after all.
I don't feel lucky.
The rest of our crew's half digested, and you're still alive. That's lucky.
Alright,
Shy?
Crack, I'm gonna have you take the chest. This time we are not gonna open it.
Looking ahead.
The die removal keep on myself. I can do that. Alright, kinda take that. A heart. Oh yeah. Izal. It's in this camp. Sarian. Will. Join a little reorganizing. Oh,
Thief! You...
what? No. Oh, come on. Alright, let me load here. I didn't quick save it, did I? After doing all that talk with him. Oh, screw it. I didn't want to fight you guys, but you left me no choice.
All right, Karlak. It's go time. Knees high.
There we go.
Survival is all that matters.
I wanted to
Very
keep them alive, but I didn't think like taking their stuff would really matter to them. Come on.
My faith will protect me. On the move.
I'll hear myself. Get a little hyena.
Light on my feet.
No, that's fine. Oh, he saved on it.
What's inside?
Beat circuits might well test the additional 1d4 against beats and monster type foes. We'll give that to Carla. I wanted to keep you guys alive, but
Swift as my feet can carry me.
Should get some rest. I need to keep sharp.
alright. We will take a long rest then.
One horn, the stink of Avernus.
Oh, that's right.
Advocatus Diaboli.
Well, I'll be God's damned. The Blade of Frontiers. Thought I'd shaken you for good. That'll teach me to underestimate you.
Karlak, the Archdevil Zariel's gladiator, come to burn the Sword Coast to ash.
You got it all wrong, Bill. Karlak's not about to hurt anyone.
Well, not counting the fuckers that need a good hurting.
Shut it, devil. I know your kind. A heart darker than a shadow's nightmares. You'd cut a child's throat just to taste the blood.
A devil? I didn't take the blade for a fool. I'm...
A great fire roars through you. The fire of the first hell. You are Karlak, tearing through demons across a blood-red landscape of fire and volcanic cinder. The front lines of the Blood War. With every swing of her axe, Karlak fulfills Mistress Zariel's purpose.
Proof, clear as summer sky. It's over, Karlak. It's time you feel the sting of the blade.
I've tried to tell you. I'm not what you think I am.
Another vision. Karlak's blade rays slicing through devils, Zariel's servants, as her eyes dart around, seeking escape. Will shudders with Karlak's desperation. She is a victim of the Blood War, not an agent of it.
By Balduran's helm, No, I will not be tricked.
You saw the truth. I may be an effective soldier, but I never wanted to serve Zariel. Legged it away from her the first chance I got.
And yet you served.
Stand down. You saw what I saw. Karlak is not a danger.
Will catches his breath and his lips straighten. Sheer dread twists his face.
No! Devils cannot be trusted!
God, you're stubborn. Karlak's not a devil, and you know it.
Would you listen to sense?
Everyone approves.
This doesn't have to end badly for either of us. You know monsters better than anyone. Can't you look in my eyes and see I'm not a devil?
You don't know what this means. You don't know what you're asking me to do.
I'm asking you to live, Will. I don't want to hurt you. And to be frank, I'd rather not find out how the Blade got his name. I swear to you, on all I am not what you think.
Shit! Shit. You really are no devil, are you? I've been deceived.
Oh, thank the gods. Thought I was gonna have to take your head.
You would have died in the attempt. But there have been enough threats today.
Truce then, eh?
Aye. Truce. I see the good in you, Karlak. I promise not to lose sight of it. Even when the hells burn hottest.
Glad Will saw sense. Even more glad he decided to stick around. Takes a pretty slick mover to track down old Karlak.
Glad he's joined us too. Glad you two can make peace.
Same. Now, instead of a liability, I've got a friend. Or I will have soon, anyway.
Let's change your color of your camp outfit, Carla. Ooh, not a bad color. Alright, let's talk to her.
Copper for your thoughts?
How did you end up in such a contraption in your chest?
The year? 10 air. The place? Sleepy little town called Baldur's Gate. Our hero? Karlak. A knock-kneed delinquent from the outer city with everything to give and nothing to lose. I was a kid looking for a way to fill my days and make some cash when I fell into the wrong crowd. Worked for a guy I respected. A lot. Turns out the feeling wasn't mutual. Through the jigs and the reels, he made a deal with Zariel behind my back. You know Zariel, right? Archdevil of Avernus. She put this thing in my chest and set me to work. Well, to war. I learned quick how to stay alive. And the engine served me when it came to killing devils. 10 years of that. The stories I could tell.
You mentioned a boss who gave you up to Zariel. Who was it?
Guy named Gortash. Politician. Inventor. One of these wheeler-dealer types who seems to have a finger in every pie. I guess I was naive to think everything he got up to was above board. What did I know? I saw a job. A good job. With people I liked. Doing work I was good at. Sometimes I'm jealous of that girl. Ugh, to feel so invincible again.
What does that intervention do to you?
Gives me energy. Power. But you've seen it in action. Very hard to control. If I'm excited at all, angry, nervous, delighted, enticed, I burn hot. Hot enough to burn anyone who gets close.
You must be Pentel.
I try not to think about it. I still think about it constantly, but, you know, I try. One of these days, I'll sort the whole infernal affair out, get myself cooled off, and start making up for lost time. But, not today. Soldier?
In your expert opinion, what's the best way to kill a devil?
Depends on the type. Ice devils hate an inferno, but that's an easy one. Orthons love projectiles. What they don't love is getting their bombs lobbed right back in their faces. Demons, on the other hand, every demon is absolutely singular. You can't ever think you've got them typed out. Sharp instincts, sharp weapons, and a knack for improvisation. That's the only way to survive them. Anyway, what were we talking about?
Now that those paladins are out of our way, what's next on your agenda?
First things first, I need to get this engine tuned up. Thing's powerful, but it's been feeling volatile ever since I left the Hells. Can't be too hard to find an infernal mechanic round here, right?
This isn't where I thought I'd end up. How about you?
Funny you should ask. I was just thinking about what would have become of us without that Nautiloid. I mean, I know where I'd be. Trapped in Avernus still, with the Blade of Frontiers on my tail. But what about you?
So I remember... This is... All there has been... I remember when Simpsons This is all there has ever been. Remember only snippets of red.
It'll come back to you. Maybe you'll recognize something we pass, or maybe we'll find out what happened to you. I get the feeling we've got a long road ahead of us. I hope we find you some answers along the way. What's on your mind?
I have no memories of where I am, where I came from, or who I really am. Is this part of Ceramorphosis?
I don't think so. At least, I still remember everything. In more detail than I wish. But, as for what's going on in your mind, and maybe in mine, I'm certain there are answers out there. We'll find them together.
I am drawn to violence, to blood. Obsessions that could become compulsions.
Well, look. You've said it, right out loud. That takes guts. The guts you'll need to change. Or at least make sure you're channeled in the right direction. Got enough enemies who could do with a good bloodletting, you know?
You need to stay behind camp for now.
Sounds boring.
You heard me.
Oh, fine. I'll be here eating dirt or whatever.
Sorry, Carla. Oh, we will need to talk.
I'd like some time to talk.
You've been witness to a pantomime, I'm sorry to say. And I've played my part all too poorly.
Someone said you on Karlach's tail. I'd like to know who this source of yours is.
I can say only this. Karlach's not the only one who's had a villain's knife held to their throats. One night soon, when we make camp, the veil will be lifted, and I'll pay my penance.
Penance? Should I be worried?
You're not in any danger, I promise. I can't say the same about me. Well met.
I'd like you to join me.
That's the spirit.
Yeah, I will now. Yeah, there's Shahar here.
Seems like Will and Karlach will play nice from now on. Saves us having to pick sides.
There's something you're not telling me. I'm sure of it.
I don't know what you mean.
When we found this Luna shrine in the cave, you reacted unusually.
It's nothing, really.
We have to be honest with each other. What is it you're keeping from me? Nice.
You're not going to let this go, are you? You might wish you had. I worship Shah, the Mistress of the Night. It is my holy mission to oppose Selûne, her teachings and her followers. It hurts. Now that you have the truth, please don't make a big fuss about it.
Could have told me. How long were you keeping this secret?
Forever, ideally. And you assume too much about what I can and cannot tell. Secrecy is everything for Shah's children. It is our code, our creed, our shield. I even keep secrets from myself. I had my memories suppressed, so that nothing I know could be used against the Dark Lady. Once I prove myself, my memories will be restored. I'm not sorry I kept this from you. Not one bit. Though, perhaps that might change, if you can show an open mind.
Thank you for telling me, at least.
Don't thank me. I'm breaking Lady Shah's teachings just by doing so. But sometimes you have to be practical.
Why were you in pain before?
The wound on my hand. It never quite heals. and sometimes it causes terrible pain to rip through me. It's my burden, though, from Lady Shah. I can feel her influence somehow.
So you knew more than you were laying on before. I hope you'll be honest in the future.
I'll try my best. But secrecy is ingrained in me. Lady Shah considers it greater protection than any shield or armor.
Why would Shar subject you to such a thing?
I cannot say. Not with what I can recall. But even then, it would not be for me to question her will. Lady Shah has her reasons.
What causes it to hurt you?
It's difficult to say. Sometimes I wonder if it's supposed to be guiding me, punishing me, testing me. But perhaps it's none of those. Perhaps it's completely random. I'd like to hope there's more to it than that. Some meaning that Lady Shah will reveal to me when the time is right. Until then, all I can do is endure.
I can't manage living with such a thing.
It's less difficult than you might imagine, when you can't remember life without it. Pain is sacred to followers of Lady Shah. Pain will give way to loss, and then to the peace of her eternal darkness. You can tolerate a great deal of suffering so long as it has meaning.
I want to talk about your Shar worship.
I'm sure you do. But please try to understand that it's not something I can just talk about freely.
I have no problems with Shar worshippers if that's what concerns you.
Very well. Perhaps there's potential in you. Let's see how you handle this. I am indeed a disciple of Shah, Mistress of the Night and Lady of Loss. I assume you've heard of her?
I've heard Shar worship is vilified by many, forbidden outright in parts.
Well, if that troubles you, perhaps you should fetch the bailiff to arrest me. Ah, but there's no bailiff here, is there? Just leagues of wilderness and the dangers lurking within. We're in this together, but I'll happily go it alone. My faith will keep me company.
Get to know more each other, huh?
You already know my biggest secrets. What more can you ask?
What drew you to Shar worship?
She took me in when no one else would. Without her, I wouldn't be alive. She's my mother. She nurtures me, cares for me, loves me. Don't believe the lies the Selûnites tell.
Tell me something about yourself besides Shar, besides Tapples.
What? Besides my life's calling and the greatest problem I've ever faced? Well, I like night orchids and can't swim. Is that the sort of thing you meant?
Really? You've flown between the planes of existence, but you've never been swimming?
It's nothing to laugh at. Save your questions if that's how you're going to react.
Anything else you care to share?
No, I can't. Quite literally, I mean. With my memory suppressed, I can't betray Shah's secrets. But I can't remember much of myself either. If I manage to return to Baldur's Gate and fulfill Shah's mission, then my memories will be restored.
You had your memory suppressed. It seems extreme.
Of course. It is an act of faith, not to be undertaken lightly. Shah will reward me when I succeed.
Want to talk all that happened to us?
Fine. What's on your mind?
How am I holding up on your aspirations?
I don't think I've ever had a confidant quite like you. And if I have, I can't remember them.
Right.
If you're sure, take care. I'll be here when you need me.
I Hi, Sarian.
Nothing like a little camp drama to spice up the evening. It's almost a pity things ended so amicably. Seeing those two duke it out would be fun. Darling, I thought you'd never ask. Lead on.
Let's get a Sarian. Alright, Relia.
This vessel is at thou art the master.
Alright. We're gonna make it our hireling.
Fate, dost thou require a new ally? Very well. Choose.
Let's make a new hireling. Alright, let's see here. We create a female. We're gonna create a guy hireling now. Alright, let's see. We do need like a life cleric. Let's see. This guy. Yeah, this guy. This guy. Let's see. This is a high elf. Let's see. Trying to think of my high elves here. Trying to think. Oh man, excuse me. Let me look. Trying to think here. Give me a moment. Trying to think who to make. Because it has to be a high elf or something of an elf in sword, I guess. No, I know one. I mean, he's not technically a life cleric, but it's fine. For the half elf phases. Oh, jeez. You know, all skin colors here. He does have some scarring. Good. Not like that. We'll do this. He does have freckles. Like, immense freckles. Alright, body art. I don't think he would have any. No, he wouldn't have any. But eyes. I need one blue eye. Or like a... kind of like that. And then need like a topaz eye. Looks like gold, green, blue, silver, spring. I guess that looks topazy. No, we don't want that. I guess summer. I guess that looks more topazy, maybe. It's hair. I mean, that kind of looks good on him. Let's keep looking, though. I guess this is probably the best one we get. There we go. There we go. I had to change it to a light color, not a light color, bro.
Keep it together. Wonder if the gods are watching me. I have something to ask.
Ah, another. Thy name has been recorded.
Right.
I shall be here in thy camp, as thou desire.
Thank you. Still gonna be a cleric. Let's do shocking grab. I need you to be life here. Your deity is it gonna be Sluna? Gonna be a Corlin. There we go. Alright, now I can level you guys up. Gonna quick save here. Here we go. Alright. Let's level you guys up. Oh man. Alright. You're a cantrip. I'll give you a bone shell. Do that. Ability improvement. Charisma and con. Alright, Astarian. Oh yeah, you're the swashbuckler. Dirty trick, flick of the wrist, flick your weapon at Atari and possibly disarm them. Dirty trick, vicious mockery. Insult a creature that has disadvantage on its attack roll. Dirty trick, Santa. Toss a handful of sand at your enemy and possibly blind them. Nice. Oh, no, not that. This. There you are. Astarian the swashbuckler. Doesn't matter. It matters once we get to level 4. Alright, now this is when it matters to choose the spells. It's too late. And some prepare spells for you. Beat. What's con? Alright. Need you.
Still breathing, despite everything.
Hello?
Oh, hi.
How's it going?
Wait, who is this? Oh, hi, Holo. What are you doing?
Kinda had a thought drop on me. I think I forgot to pick some armor for the one shot.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. So I'm probably gonna need to do some editing there later.
No problem, no problem. And for those who are watching, this is Josh. He will be doing the one-shot event coming up on the 31st.
You're streaming?
I did a spontaneous day stream because Baldur's Gate 3 crashed on me last night. So I'm able to redo it a little bit for tonight or today. But yeah, no, how did you forget your armor?
Yeah, I don't know. Either, I honestly don't know. I think I just got too caught up in everything else.
Makes sense, makes sense. Well, it's fine. You got this. I won't be here later tonight because I'll be at work. But I guess you can ask like Kaz or something like that. Maybe they'll help you with that.
Alright.
Yeah, because
I'll probably talk to Kaz.
Yeah, I'm sorry, because I'll be at work.
Alright. Well, hope you have a nice day.
Yeah, you
currently
too.
on break and I want to get something to eat.
Okay, go get foods.
Yep. See ya.
See yas. Actually, I'll give you these. There you go. Do I have any armor? I guess they don't have armor right now. Before I like dye your stuff. What about any of you guys? You guys have any armor you can wear? You wear that, but it's low level. So far we'll go with that. Oh yeah, you need a bow. Gale does have one on him. Jeez, though has all the stuff. I'm not proficient. Oh, we need to get that to Karlak. I'm glad I looked here. It's about here. Just take that for right now. Karlak. Oh yeah, you put that on. I don't think this is considered armor, so she can have that. And she has the caravan bot, so I gotta remember that. To bring her on to that. Brown needs boots. Wait, no. There we go. Shadowheart. Do you have any enchanted armor? You do not. Neither does she. Alright. Oh. Alright, let's find your outfit then. It's an interesting color. Ooh, it made it gold. Combine. I'm gonna give Vasar back his outfit here. He does fire. Remove that. What does this look like in here? I don't know. Just dye it. And we'll send this to camp. We'll find this with this. That's a nice wood elvy like brown. Alright, let's send the camp.
Never a dull moment.
Alright.
Dream in red.
Alright. Let's talk to Gale and Lae'zel real quick.
Thank goodness that's all dealt with. The odds are stacked high enough against us already. They'll need to turn on each other.
Alright. Well, let's bring Lae'zel and Gale on the next time.
Good thing for Will that Karlak called a truce. A tiefling that mighty would shred him to pieces and burn the remains. Now, what did you need?
Are you sure Crush is our only path to a cure?
Entirely. I was as devoted to my studies as I was to my training. Each creche contains a Zaithisk purification device. So I learned from the writings in the Kalir Library. The library was a gift from Vlaakith herself, that we may gain total understanding.
That kind of wisdom is very valuable.
Countless scholars roam the astral sea and beyond, observing the ways of our lessers, exploring planes so distant, order turns to chaos, and cold fires rage. The planes are ever quaking, and their peoples ever shifting. The Githyanki possess an eternity of knowledge. Yet we still collect more. Infinities upon infinities.
You look so unusual. Githyanki are rare in these parts.
I expect I am your first.
Never heard of your kind until my capture.
I suppose I am as alien to you as you are to me. I know of your kind, but I do not often encounter them. That large, fleshy nose of yours looks like a mistake.
Come on now, isn't that large?
Decadent then, lacking in economy, like so much of this world and its undisciplined people.
Do you know much about the Mind Flayers?
I understand much beyond your comprehension. More to the point, I know the cure for our condition. It is imperative we locate a creche. You do well to observe more and question less.
Do you know what happens if we don't find a cure?
Yes, in great detail. It starts with a fever and memory loss. Then you start to hallucinate. Your hair falls out, and you bleed from every orifice. Your bones will change form. Your jaw will split to allow room for 4 great tentacles. All skin will turn to gore, and be shed to reveal new flesh underneath. Then you have ceased to exist, and a Mind Flayer is born.
A loathsome fate, and one I tend to avoid.
Words forged in steel. May your actions express the same metal. We must find my kind and be rid of the parasite. It's as simple as that. The first symptoms should have long since started, though. That is what puzzles me.
Your word we haven't changed, so it's good news.
Yes, if you give it no further thought. But anomalies lead to surprises. Bad surprises. Besides, what hasn't happened may yet come to pass.
My past is a mystery to me. Could the parasite have caused that?
Ceramorphosis takes all of you. Mind, body, soul. An ordinary tadpole would eat at your memories until they were lost to the void. But our tadpoles are far from ordinary. I wonder if another factor's in play.
I have these urges. I want to kill. I want blood.
Many a good warrior savors the scent of blood in the air. There's no shame in a capricious murder now and again. Too many, though, and you waste energy and dull your weapon. My suggestion, Attack with purpose and savor your kills. And if the urge proves too much, well, I'm sure we can find you a goblin or two to carve up.
Alright. Let's head to bed. I mean, I had the girls with me for a little bit, now I have the boys. Oh, Scratch is here. Where'd he go?
It's been a day, Scratch. Come here, boy.
Hope you're keeping well, friend.
I'm sorry about what happened to your master.
Master? Friend. I stayed with him until I knew he was gone. I'll never forget him. But I'm glad to have met you.
Pet the doggy. Oh, let's pet him again. If I ever get a dog that looks like him, I'm naming him Scratch. Let me see. One thing about it is like...
No one back home will ever believe this.
There.
Can't give up now.
Alright, let's leave camp. And then we're gonna find someone to raid. Oh, man. Mickey's live. We'll go and raid her. Alright, we're gonna raid Mickey, who she's played Monster Hunter World with someone named Iva Live. So go show him some love. I wasn't supposed to stream today, but I did anyway because it was like a spontaneous day thing, because not really could do right now outside or anything of that nature right now. Tomorrow will be the Ale and Tail Tavern collab with Wolf and Cass, so be on the lookout for that. Until then, I hope you all have a blessed day and night, depending when you see this. Until then.